Hey, you guys!
It's literally me.
I feel like I've done that one before. I'm Bunny. Sometimes I buy stuff, sometimes I say stuff, and sometimes I do stuff. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Today I'm going to be saying stuff. This video is like a little bit late. You are going to be seeing it in March. I'm filming it at the end of February. But at the beginning of February, I reached my 1-year anniversary of being monetized on YouTube. And I thought it would be cool to like kind of just do a little quick video on that journey and process, because I don't know if a lot of small content creators are like putting this information out there. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But I do know that some small content creators watch my channel, and thank you so much. So I thought maybe I would put this information out there in case anyone was interested. I'll start off on the bat. Listen, I'm not raking in the dough over here. I started the channel 2 years ago, and in the first year, I was very fortunate to gain the 1,000 subscribers that you need? But also the 4,000 watch hours, which tipped me into the AdSense revenue type thing where you can actually get paid to make money on YouTube. I want to thank everybody that joined the channel in that year and watched my videos, because without you, I wouldn't even be able to make this video. Seriously though, so grateful that some people find me interesting enough that they want to click on a video and watch me and hang with me and all of that. So I am super, super thankful and grateful for all of you. But I had some experience in what it's like to get paid on YouTube in this last year. And so I'm going to share a little bit of what that's like with you. I am going to give some real numbers here, and I really don't care because they're super low numbers, but this is just the reality of it. I'm just a normal person. I'm not talking about anything special. I'm just coming on here because I like to make videos, and I found a really cool couple of people that I interact with. I love you all. So I say I'm going to put up some real numbers, but let me just like preface a little bit here. 2 weeks ago, I was notified that 3 of my videos were removed. And if you've been here long enough, you can probably understand that they were some designer bag videos, because that was like kind of like a high point of contention for a while here on YouTube. One of those videos, I wish I could have snapped the screenshots because that was my most viewed video, and I had made the most money off of that one because of the views. The way that the YouTube monetization works is it counts the numbers of views, and it also counts like how long somebody watches. So you get monetized for like both of those things, like how many people viewed it and then how long they watch it. It's kind of like averaged out on like a little graph thing. And if you're monetized, you know, you have the app that like shows you like all of the analytics and everything. So I'm not going to get too far into that. But the one video that was my top video was viewed over 60,000 times. And that video, for being viewed 60,000 times, made about 65 bucks. So you can understand the monetary level of pennies that it takes to get this like paid cash for making videos. That's why I think when I look at some creators that have, you know, hundreds of thousands of followers and their videos get like 15,000 views within the first couple of hours, I mean, they're probably making it, you know what I mean? Like they're making at least a good chunk of money that it either supplies their hobby, this hobby, or can be a full-time income thing if you have like kind of other streams of income coming from other things, which is another thing that we'll get into, but let's just stick with the numbers for right now. Anyway, I'm going to move over here for just a second because I am going to put up a screenshot of my YouTube Studio app so you can see actual real numbers of like what's going on over here. So within the last year, I've only had 3 payouts on YouTube, and that's because you have to make at least $100 before they kind of deposit the funds into your bank account. Right now, I'm like averaging like $20 to $30 a month, and that's like on a pretty good month. That's if I'm uploading, you know, a lot and I have things that people are wanting to watch, and that doesn't always happen, but it's around $20 to $30 a month. So this last payout that I got in February was $130.91, and that was, I think, from back in November. So November, December, January, February. So it took me about 4 months to get to that $130. The previous payout before that was $116.23. And then the previous payout before that was $106.17. So far, since that last payout of $130, I have made $30.85. So I'm like a third of the way there on getting another payout. But as you can see, for me uploading over 100 videos in the last year, I've made a grand total of $353. So right now, not too lucrative, but I mean, it is a start. And like, I've noticed that like a lot of people, listen, I'm gonna say all this stuff, but like, I am not doing this to make money. I literally am not. I work a full-time job. I make a pretty decent amount doing that. This is strictly fulfilling my creative need of just doing videos. I have been doing videos my entire life. I think I've told this story before. I was remaking movies when you had those big VHS packs that you would like put on your shoulder. And the way I was editing was, you know, pause, change outfits, pause again, do your scene, pause, change outfits. Like that's just like, that's how you were doing it in the 80s and 90s. So I just always love making videos. So I kind of went to this platform in order to like kind of fulfill that. So I am not here to like be like, man, I can't believe I only made $300 in the last year. It's really not about that for me. But I do know that there are some people that do create to have kind of another string of income. Basically what my $353 has done is just been able to let me buy more things to make more videos. I am not like living off of that, you know, huge chunk of cash. Back to the real numbers. Currently, my top viewed video is about 6.8 thousand views. And if you look in through the YouTube app, I have really only made $5.44 for that video. So if that gives you any kind of gauge of like how many views it takes, how long they watch it, how long it's been up, that's like, this is the information I have for you. I do have some thoughts on how you can actually make it work outside of the Google AdSense payments that YouTube does pay you. Obviously, partnerships. I had a really good last year where a lot of suppliers wanted to send me items, particularly bags, that I actually got to have items without spending my own money and make content on it. And most of that content was some of my most viewed content. So if you can get a partnership where a company is willing to send you a product to review, show, whatever you do with it on your YouTube channel. I mean, that is one way. That's like money I would have spent on those bags, but like I didn't have to. And then I made like a tiny bit of extra money for doing the review. Not that I have a ton of experience in this, but I also think affiliate links are like a really big thing to kind of make some side income to kind of combat the low dollar amount that AdSense is paying you. I don't have like, I'm not affiliated with like any company. I mean, there are like a couple side ones, but like I don't push them. I'm not doing this for the money, and I'm really just showing stuff that I like and things that I do, and I'm just sharing information. So I like, you know, like the Manology thing, like I'm affiliated with them, but like I don't press it. Like it's out there if you want it, but like I'm not like shoving it in your face all the time. But I do feel that if you're serious about it, that is a way to make another stream of income. And I do actually have a app or service that I want to suggest to people that if they do want to like kind of start an affiliate link program, this is like kind of one that I have found has been like kind of good. I have not made like a ton of money off of it. I want to say I've made like $50, but it's something, and maybe as you grow, you can use it and it will become more lucrative to you in the future. The app that I use, and you guys have probably seen me post these links in this, Linktree thing all the time, but it's the Shop My Shelf program. This is a program based for creators that lets you have like your own little built website that kind of showcases anything that you like, believe in or want to push or advertising. And it puts it all in a very nicely laid out like web page for you to just have single links for that you can like send your viewers to. And depending on what items you are, advertising or showing, different websites have commission rates for people that buy off of that website. So like, for instance, this is like just a generic example, but like if you are showing makeup and you order from Sephora or Ulta or something, what you can do is link that product directly from the Sephora or Ulta into your shop. And then depending on what is the commission rate for that day, I think Sephora is around 9% and I think Ulta is around 13%. So if somebody clicks that link in your shop that you have kind of forwarded to a Sephora or Ulta and they buy that product, you'll get that 9 or 13% commission into your Shop My Shelf bank account. And then it's linked to your PayPal and then it just dumps the money into your PayPal. I think it's every 3 months or something like that. But the Shop My Shelf works for like a ton of things. I mean, on mine, I have like Amazon, Temu, Walmart. I have, obviously Sephora, Ulta. I have Macy's. I have brand specific websites. Now, not all of them offer commission. Like I have a ton of Ritual to Fee in my Shop My Shelf, but they don't offer any commission. So if you're just buying those off of my shelf, all you're doing is kind of just showing them that there's some traffic going through there. So that, I thank you for that too. It's just as good. But that is one suggestion I have if you're a small content creator and you are showing items. Like I said, I think Temu is like 19% commission. So it's actually really worth your while to go ahead and just build out that website and then link those different things into your collections. And then you can just put that one link or specific links to products into your description box. And when people click on there, there is a chance that you will earn some commission based on the Shop My Shelf rates. I selfishly am going to leave my referral link in the description box if you are interested in Shop My Shelf, because it does help me if I grow the Shop My Shelf community. I just get more points towards tiers. I don't actually get paid. There might be some little compensation or something, but it's really just earning points for growing the Shop My Shelf community. So I'm going to leave that link down in the description box. You need to apply basically. And so what they're going to do is they're going to ask you for your different social media accounts, and then they'll see if you have an audience or something like that. And I'm very small and I still got accepted. So please go ahead and try it. So sorry. I actually live like a real life and my dogs see a squirrel or something outside, so they are barking. Anyway, I lost my train of thought and now my dogs are barking. So I'll leave the referral link for Shop My Shelf down in the description box, so please check that out if you are interested in trying to kind of grow your little revenue stream. And then also the nice thing about Shop My Shelf, which I haven't experienced yet, but once you hit certain tiers, there's brands that actually reach out to you through the program and ask if, you would be willing to show some things or whatnot. They have a ton of stuff on there. It's clothing, beauty, home, all that kind of stuff. So you just like YouTube, it's these small little steps to kind of grow a presence in their shop or online or anything like that. So that is definitely a tip I have for you. Some other things that I've noticed that I don't actually follow myself. I find that channels that have one specific idea of what they're making content around it do pretty well. Unfortunately, that's just not my gig. I do a lot of different things. That's why my intro is I buy stuff, I say stuff, I do stuff, because I don't want to limit myself to one specific thing. Maybe if I ever got bigger or something and I had, more time or more whatever, I could maybe funnel down. But right now, I'm just coming on here and doing whatever the fuck I want. Also, that helps with the titles and content and stuff. You want to do stuff that people actually want to watch, which is another thing that I don't really do. Some people want to watch my bag content, and I'm sorry, I don't do bags all of the time. Some people want to see the beauty content, and I don't do beauty all the time. Some people want to see the Gothic farmhouse, and I don't do that all the time. I'm just out here having a good time, guys. And lastly, I do think that the editing process is very important, especially for me as a viewer. I watch a lot of, I'm just kind of experimenting and seeing, what works and what doesn't with a lot of people. And I do find that when you have like a very slickly edited video, I tend to watch, more. And that, I'm sure that has to do with like this short attention span, like TikTok era that we're in or whatever. But, my time is very limited. So I kind of want to see stuff that's like happening all the time. If you're just sitting there opening a package and it's taking 5 minutes and you don't edit that out, my attention kind of goes elsewhere. And like, no offense to anybody that does that, but I do find that videos do better when the content is kind of edited quickly and you're just moving along constantly. Also, I do have a question for you guys. If you have sat here this long, I have had like this weird, I don't know how to say it. Do you, like you as a viewer, do you find that watching what would be called quote unquote attractive people, do you feel like those people are more successful in this type of thing? Because I don't know. It goes back to like watching something that's aesthetically pleasant. So it's like, the editing, the lighting, the sound, you all want something that's going to be pleasing to your senses. Do you think that's why like some really attractive people do so well on YouTube? But like I'm just curious because I'm just like a normal Betty over here. Like, I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. I'm coming on here. You guys see me with like plain face all the time and all that stuff. I'm an ogre, okay? Let's just put it out there. But I am always curious, is it like attractiveness helps your online presence? Because we're just saturated with it. And like sometimes I'm flipping through social media, which I really need to stop, but like sometimes I'm flipping through it and I'm like, how do people like this actually exist? Like seriously, how are there girls out there with these bodies that are just like, I don't know how it happens. It's like good luck from the Lord and hard work and all this stuff. And I'm like, where are they finding the time and where do you get these genes? And like, I don't know. So I do kind of have that question for you. Do you feel like more attractive people do better on social media? Kind of like a shallow question, but I'm actually curious. Like how many people want to see, I personally want to see real people do this stuff. Like that's why I know I talked about it before, but I love that Flip app because it's like actual real women getting up there and putting skincare. It's like real women. Like, oh my gosh, she has age spots on her face or her hair's up and it's really thin. Like I love seeing that stuff because it's like, okay, it's relatable to me. When I see a very attractive woman do stuff, showing how aesthetically colored her house is, I'm kind of like, well, I'm just not there. And then it makes like it somewhat unrelatable to me, but I still fucking watch it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Let me know down in the description box. That's about as edgy as we're gonna get over here today. So that's all I got for you today, guys. I am actually leaving to go to the airport. I'm going back to New York to visit some girlfriends. So I've got to skedaddle. What does that even mean? If you could please like this video, it really does help me out. As I have explained, views, likes, comments, all help out with the whole monetization thing. And if you could subscribe, because that is the ultimate monetization value holder. You would be the awesomest. I love you guys so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye!